What's good? This is Trey. Welcome to this presentation. Today I want to talk about how to go from nice guy to bad boy. All right, so nice guy. I used to be, I would definitely say I used to be a nice guy. Okay, it's not like people would necessarily call me a nice guy, but basically the way how girls would respond to me and the results I was getting in my dating life, it was very obvious that I was a nice guy. And pretty much, all that means, I'm not saying being a nice guy is a bad thing, but it's just not the archetype that is attractive to women, right? Period. It's just not. All right, you don't want to be a nice guy. You want to be a good guy, like a positive guy, you know what I mean? But you don't want to be a nice guy. And like, to me, a nice guy is basically a dude that's trying to make people like him. He's seeking validation. He's putting people's um he's putting people above himself. He has people on a pedestal, not just women. He has people on a pedestal. You know, he's like super polite for no reason. He's just like goes above and beyond to make, to please people. You know what I mean? Shit like that. He's just not being real. He's not being authentic. He's not expressing himself freely. He's not saying how he truly feels. He's not telling people no when he wants to say no. He's not telling people yes when he wants to say yes. He's just doing the thing that people want, what people will accept, or what people will basically he just wants to please everybody. And that shit does not attract women. Why? Because they know that you're doing something to get something. It's like that nice guy, he's doing things because he's attached to an outcome. He wants people to like him. And that's just not attractive, man, because that means you're not really being real. So for me, I was kind of on that nice guy thing. I even remember in middle school, man, I remember I would pretty much do anything to get a girl to like me, man. I remember I used to get down and tie girls' shoes. I used to give them gum. Like I used to have gum and I was like, here, you want some gum? I used to do some ridiculous shit in middle school. And at high school, I kind of had the nice guy thing going on in high school too. It was more about, my issue was I just wouldn't express myself authentically. I wasn't being real with people. I kind of just, I'd avoid confrontation. I'd avoid speaking up, speaking my mind, saying how I truly feel about shit. And the thing is, when you limit your communication, or you filter your communication, what happens is you are the energy doesn't come across, right? Like when you're filtering your communication and you're not being real with people, it's like when your communication comes out, it's like it's weak. And when it comes to attraction, it's emotional, right? So that means your communication needs to be emotionally charged if you want to create attraction in a woman. So if you're filtering your communication, you're not being real, you're not embracing your sexuality, you're not being you're not putting masculine energy out there, she's not gonna feel you, man. It's like you can say the right things and do the right things, but if she can't feel you, then it's just not gonna work out. You know what I mean? So you want to make this shift. I guess they call it a bad boy, whatever. To me, it's not even really about being a bad boy. It's just about being a man that expresses himself authentically. A man that stops giving so much fucks about people's opinions, right? A man that can just be himself, right? And express his masculinity and express his sexuality and be unapologetic about it. Right? That's all a bad boy is. It's not like you got to be an asshole or anything like that. You just got to stop caring so much about fitting into, like conforming, or, making sure that everybody's pleased and everybody likes you and shit like that. You gotta just be you, man. And you gotta accept the idea of being polarizing, in the sense that when you start expressing yourself authentically and being real, you're going to polarize. Right? Some people are going to like you. Some people are not going to like you. You just got to be okay with that. Amazing outfit. Looks like a cowboy, bro. Respect, man. So, yeah, you just got to be okay with expressing yourself and knowing that some people are going to be for you and some people are going to be against you. And that's just what it is, man. And you could say that's a bad boy attitude, man. A bad boy is just the dude that comes around who just doesn't give a fuck. He's just going to express himself authentically. He's masculine. He owns his masculinity. He's a man. You know what I mean? And he leads. He leads. So he's not waiting for a woman to make a move. He's not waiting for shit to happen. He just makes shit happen. He takes action. He goes after what he wants. He says what he wants. He does what he wants. But you just want to be intelligent. You want to calibrate your communication. You know, be the type of guy that, yeah, you can express yourself. Yeah, you can be a masculine man, but you're not going to violate anyone, right? So meaning when you show up, the environment needs to get better. People need to get, you need to benefit others with your communication, stuff like that. That's where the calibration comes in. Because when you start pushing your communication and start expressing yourself, it's probably going to be uncalibrated. Like if you've been passive and a nice guy most of your life, and now you're trying to kind of put yourself out there, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a little awkward or whatever. But over time, you're going to get better, man. Over time, you're going to get better, and you're going to become, you're going to start getting that edge. You know, you could be a good dude with an edge. You know what I mean? And that edge is you expressing your uniqueness unapologetically. You know, you just end the idea of trying to make everybody like you. Just drop that idea. Cause even when you try to make everyone like you, some people still not gonna like you anyway. So it's just a waste of your time, man. Just be you 100%. Like own who you are. And I'm telling you, it's not about, you don't necessarily need to say, oh, I need to become a bad boy. No, you just need to become real, more authentic, right? Say what you really want to say, man. And as I said, you're gonna learn how to calibrate your communication. Talk to lots of women. Talk to men and women. Talk to lots of people, so you can get different perspectives and learn how to communicate and actually have good conversations with people and make people feel better after they've met you than they did before they met you. You know what I mean? Like you want to leave people better off than they were before they met you. That kind of thing, right? And so you just want to, when you're expressing yourself authentically, you want to create connections, man. You want to find the people that connect with you. But as I said, when you start being real and authentic, it's going to be polarizing, because there's going to be some people that's not going to match your energy, that's not going to match your vibe, and you got to be okay with that, right? You can't get upset if somebody doesn't like you or whatever. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. There's some people that's going to be on the red team, some people that's going to be on the blue team, some people that's going to be on the green team, some people that's going to be on the yellow team, right? And that's just the way it is. Not everybody is going to be on the same vibe and, you know, like on the same energy and shit. So that's the advice, man. It's like, you know, forget the whole nice guy thing. It's not attractive. You're not going to get any women like that. You're not going to make real connections with people. You're actually going to become miserable. I remember when I was on that nice guy shit, I wasn't happy, man. You know, you're not going to attract real friends. You're actually limiting your experience of life, because you're filtering your communication. You're haltering it's like you're putting a barrier to the possibilities in your life, because you're not really being you. You know, you're not really living how you truly want to live. You're not playing the character you truly want to play. You know, you're not creating a movie you truly want to be a part of. Okay? So just think about that, man. It really comes down to, I give you 3 qualities that you want to build as a man. You want to become grounded in your masculinity. So you want to start expressing masculine energy. That means you want to start being more assertive, more of a go-getter, more courageous, more action-oriented. Like just put energy out there, more penetrating with your energy. And the grounded part means when you start doing this, when you start putting your energy out there, you're going to get tested. And you become grounded by handling tests. So actually, you got to start seeking tests. You got to actually start seeking challenges, and that's how you're going to become grounded. Because the more shit you deal with, the more relaxed you become, because you're like, you start to realize that you can handle shit. You know what I mean? So that's the grounded masculinity. Second one, authentic expression. You want to start expressing yourself, truly saying what you want to say and dealing with the consequences, right? So when you start expressing yourself, some people are going to try to hate on you. Some people are going to like you. Some people are going to be neutral, whatever. You got to be okay with all responses, and don't resist it. Like if somebody is has a negative, or sorry, not a negative, but like an opposite view on something, listen to their side of the story. You might learn something. Like don't be so ready to argue with people. Just be open to everyone having their own opinion, everyone having their different viewpoints, and learning from getting different perspectives, right? So you express yourself authentically, but you also respect the fact that others can express themselves authentically too. Okay? And it just is what it is. Right? And then the third one is leadership. So you want to become more of a leader. And what I mean by that is stop being passive. Stop waiting for shit to happen. Stop following people. Stop, following the herd. Whatever everyone's doing, let me just do it too. No, start being you. Start doing what you want to do. Whatever you want to do, go and do it. Right? You want to create something, go and create it. Some people telling you can't do something, prove them wrong. Be a leader. Step into the unknown. Try something new. Challenge yourself. Right? Go in a direction that most people wouldn't dare to go. Right? And those are three qualities that are going to help you go from this nice guy to more of a bad boy, or what I would say, a good dude, but like, a masculine, grounded dude, like that's attractive to women. Like, you just don't want to be a nice guy. That shit it's just not attractive. So if you feel like you're a nice guy, apply the advice I gave you in this video, and you'll start shifting. You'll start transforming into a more genuine version of yourself. All right? So if you're interested in developing unbreakable self-confidence, if you're interested in eliminating your fear of approaching women, you want to become the most attractive version of yourself, join the Unbreakable Beast Tribe. I'll drop a link to the group in the comment section, and I'll see you inside. Peace.